We back at it again.
For the culture.
I'm a big fan of culture.
We're really high.
For the culture. My God.
Shout out to Culture.
For the Culture podcast.
Type.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And welcome back for the Culture podcast with our special guest, Nikki. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you, Reggie?
Good. Appreciate you coming on.
I have been
spending time with us.
Yes.
You know, I believe the audience, those that are watching, enjoy, watching your videos through all your social media platforms and following you. And, we're actually here today and getting to know Miss Nikki a little bit better as we are going to start the questions off in discussing who is Nikki as an artist.
Who am I? Shoot. Well, okay. I would say me as an artist. Kind of hard to put in one box.
That is a big box.
Yes, it is. I would say starting with my music. I'm a singer-songwriter at heart.
Wow.
It's the basis of everything that I do.
Right.
And then beyond that, just creating my events and bringing people together.
Yes.
And then working at culture.
Wow. I mean, an
Culture.
artist at heart in all aspects of her life.
Yes.
And, talking about you as an artist, man, tell us a little bit of the genre of music that you like performing.
Yeah, R&B music.
R&B,
From my soul, for
Right.
sure.
Right.
I think that's definitely rooted in, gotta thank my mom and my dad for that, for sure.
Man, they discovered it.
When my dad talks about the music he listened to, when my parents were together, like before they had me, they were
Yes.
listening to like Music Soul Child and,
Oh, wow.
so it really, just growing up, the way my mom raised me with
Yes.
just pure R&B music. My mom's a 70s baby, so,
Wow.
there's a lot of oldies in there
Right.
as well.
Right.
It really influenced my sound and
Okay.
I find a lot of comfort in R&B music. I feel
Wow.
like I kind of cling to nostalgia a
Yes.
lot.
Yes.
So I feel like the R&B music definitely covers that healing portion for me.
True.
And I
Wow.
feel like R&B and soul is a genre that's like, everybody pretty much loves it.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
very
100%,
comforting
right.
to everyone. So I also am very grateful to be a part of that culture.
Wow, man, you heard it
Mhm.
here on For the Culture podcast. So your music feels very soulful, it's intentional. What life experiences inspire you to create music centered around healing and self-love?
I would say the idea of breaking cycles. I think as someone that comes from a household that didn't always have the most healthiest ways of coping or just addressing situations, and even like letting that snowball, there has to be some kind of outlet for our
Yes.
feelings and even things that we want to manifest.
Right.
We have the power to do so in any aspect. So I kind of feel like what I've seen around me, what I've grown up around, it taught me how not to be. And it
Gotcha.
gravitated me towards
Right.
finding something that I can root myself in for that healing.
Yes.
So I can find a new narrative, a new way to
Right.
outlet kind of everything that I went through. And you can hear that in my
That's
music.
deep.
Yeah, you can definitely hear that in my music for sure.
Man, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, at Culture, when you walk in, you may be lucky to hear the voice of Nikki as, of course, her voice actually, brings upon, peace.
Appreciate
Yeah, and
that.
we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Now, we know you host different events here in Fresno.
Yeah.
And explain to the people what your events involve.
Yes, of course. Well, everything I do, of course, is rooted in some kind of healing aspect.
Yes.
That portion is definitely rooted in inner child healing.
Mm.
There's a lot. I think before I even started my events, I was very like clingy to inner child healing books and movies,
Yes.
things that would kind of bring me back to whimsy. I feel
Right.
like we're missing a lot of whimsy
Yes.
as we get older. We kind of forget what it's like to be a kid.
Right.
So over time, I discovered that, being a vendor in the community,
Mhm.
I was doing like stickers and jewelry. It almost felt like I was just doing it for the money.
Right.
A lot of other people do it because they love to do it.
Yes.
So I removed myself from that spot to make more room And then I also just noticed that so many places that I was going to or working with, they weren't, I can hear from people in the community how it wasn't serving them fully, but it brought them money. It put food on the table, you know, it gave them liberty in their artistic freedom.
Yes.
You know, so I wanted to contribute to spaces where they can have that, but also something that can heal me back as well. Like, how do I make it a full circle
You're
thing?
right.
And so I started vibrational healing with Tioga Beer Garden. They've been so wonderful to me. They allow me the space. You know, I bring artists and vendors.
Man, shout out.
Yeah, and we do coloring pages. So there's an aspect of inner child healing along with, you know, a certain genre of music we play. Like this Friday, we're gonna be doing oldies and Motown, disco, soul, funk.
All right.
So we bring, you know, that nostalgia for everybody.
Yes.
And thankfully, Tioga is all ages. So, you know, it's free. It's open to the public. And,
oh, that's huge.
Yeah. And
oh, that's very huge.
So it's like finally finding my footing in something where they trust me to be all the multifaceted things I want to be.
Yes.
That I am naturally. And then I get to bring people together. I love my community of vendors. Yes. Like if they're watching, I love you guys. Seriously. They have been so sweet to me.
Right.
And I just want to be able to give that back to them. And that's essentially why I do what I do.
And for those that are listening, can you share a little bit about how we could find out about your events and the location and so forth?
Yeah, so I have a website. It's called vibrantsoulbyrain.com. I usually post all of my events on there, but I'm really active on Instagram as well.
Okay.
So that's Vibrant Soul by Rain, literally on everything. Anywhere you can find me.
There you have it. Now, as an artist and event host here in Fresno, how important is it for you to build community and create spaces where people feel seen and safe?
It's incredibly important. Like I said, it is probably the main driving factor and the reason why I do what I do, because there are a lot of spaces that can, you know, seem to be like they want to be for the community, and then sometimes, you know, the struggle of what we're all dealing with right now can come into play and overcrowd that original intention, and it can become about the money. So I try my best to keep my focus away from that, and you know, keep it open for everybody.
Yes.
Like I said, my vendors have been incredible, and the first events that I would do at first, they were all free. I didn't charge anybody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was just purely because I was so excited to have something finally to bring forth that platform. And now it's growing and they're growing with me, so it's really exciting.
Oh man, that's amazing to start with something, just with a thought and how it has come to fruition to be something so great. How do you stay grounded while balancing creativity, business, and real life?
I would say working at Culture, I'll be very honest, has balanced me a lot. I will be honest. I think that's been a really good thing for me.
Wow.
Is to have something constantly on a routine that I can stay focused with. And thankfully, thanks to you, I've been able to find a really good
We
footing.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys.
Right.
Like I love working there. I think it brings more of a grounding and balance because you help me bridge the gap between, you know, cannabis and music.
Yes.
And that is ultimately my main goal. That's all I want to do is bring healing. If, like I said, if we can bring it full circle with music, community, cannabis, like that is absolutely what my goal is.
Man, I mean, what a jewel, Culture having a celebrity, those that are fans, fortunately I won't be able to give you her location, but, we got 2 locations in Fresno and she definitely would be at one if you are seeking both photos and autographs. Let's talk about the new album that just dropped. Man, that's what brought us here today. What inspired this album and what do you want people to take away from it?
Wow, the album is heavy. I think it carries so much weight because it's been in the works for so long. I came up with the title in 2020. I had this whole like idea. Actually, I think that was the year that I turned 22.
Okay.
So I was really connected with numerology at that point.
Oh, wow.
And 222 is essentially like timing alignment is what
Okay.
it means. It's divine timing. And so when I kind of discovered what that meant to me, and I found out that my life path number is 2.
Wow.
I like clung to it really
Yes.
hard, and it just, like I said, things like that bring me so much comfort. So I I I went from divine timing, and I just kept that in my little pocket, and I didn't want to use it for anything. I just wanted to keep it until it was perfect.
Right.
And then I didn't get an opportunity to like record or, work with a really good team until last year.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Wow.
those incredible people gave me space to create my album, Divine Timing.
Yes.
We worked on it from spring until the fall. And by spring of this year, we were able
Right.
to release it. So
That's amazing.
yeah, it's been pretty much my 20s in an album.
Wow.
I'll be
Man,
30
a
in 2
healing
years.
journey.
Yeah. I got 2 years until I'm 30.
Okay.
So
Oh man, till you out of 20s.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I feel like it's very rewarding.
Mhm.
I feel like my future self is going to be thankful that 27-year-old me was able to accomplish
Yes.
the album that I
Right.
always wanted to accomplish. Whether I get bigger or things get crazier for me, I'm always going to be like anchored to this album. It's the beginning, even though I've been doing music for like 10 years.
Yes.
It's the beginning for me. And it's really just a reclamation of knowing my worth,
Right.
and kind of allowing it to be an affirmation for people to sing.
Oh, man.
So, you listen to
Love that.
music. Yeah, you listen to music,
Yes.
and you want to be able to resonate with it in some way.
Yes.
So when you listen to my music, I would hope that you can sing it in a mindset of its affirmations. Things I can say to myself in the mirror when I
Right.
get ready in the morning, before I go to sleep at night. My music is very chill.
And we love that. We
Yeah.
definitely need that in our lives. And,
Absolutely.
that's pretty heavy. One key word you kept mentioning is affirmation. And, many people don't quite understand the power, of affirmations.
Power
And,
of the
and
tongue.
so, right. And so, man, your music being dedicated to healing, man, that's deep. We have Nikki Rain here, who's here to rain on love, peace, happiness, and harmony. And so, man, that is her path while here on earth. When people listen to your music or leave one of your events, what feeling or message do you hope stays with them?
I want people to leave feeling empowered. A sense of like inspiration, that it doesn't have to be one way.
Yes.
We don't have to be in a black and white type of mindset.
Right.
Things are very fluid in life.
Yes.
And they're gonna constantly be that way.
Right.
We're never gonna be in a place that's always good or always bad.
Right.
So if we can have one sliver of a moment that makes us feel empowered to keep moving to the next place,
Yes.
although it's heavy right now, or I feel really light right now,
Right.
maybe we can impact them enough to leave them with that inspiring feeling.
Man,
That's what I'm looking for.
that is so true.
Yeah.
Is there any jewels for those that are, have interest in also speaking life into people through music, or, becoming an artist such as you? Is there any jewels you like to drop on those that's watching today?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep reminding yourself that you are a mirror. You're a reflection of others. And the moment that you really let that soak in, it reminds you of how you would want to be treated in certain situations. It
Yes.
reminds you of people's humanity.
Wow.
It reminds you of, am I being integral in this situation? Am I treating someone the way I want to be treated? Because ultimately, we are all a reflection of each other.
Wow.
I always tell people, people will tell me, like, if they give me a compliment,
Right.
or, I always say, well, you're talking about yourself. Like, I am just a reflection of you.
Yes.
Thank you, but I am really just a reflection of you. If you can see me, you can see that in yourself.
Man, that's deep.
So think about it. There's so many people we can butt heads with, maybe
True.
don't like us or feel intimidated, but that is something internally within them that they're not reaching. It's not
Yes.
anything to do with you, and that's what makes us that reflection. We kind of all bounce off of each other.
Right.
instead of absorbing, we can kind of share all that energy, let stuff slide off.
Yeah.
And, and don't let that soil any relationships, or, figure out how to handle your battles, but it's really because we're mirrors. So, yeah.
Man, we definitely appreciate that, Jewel, Nikki. And I see that you continue, that last name is something you live by, because you continue to reign, both truth, and honesty.
It's actually my middle name.
Right. Oh, man, excuse me. Right, okay. Well, get it right. Get it right.
My dad did some good work on my name. He did. Yeah, my dad is he's so cool. He's the reason why I'm Nikki Rain. So that's my real name on my ID birth certificate. Yeah, my dad was really I don't know what he saw.
Intentional. Man, definitely intentional. Man, he saw the star before the star came to life.
Came from stars.
Yeah.
My family, they, like I said, I'm so passionate about what I do because I want to make my parents proud. I want to make my family proud. I want them to know these things are possible, to dream this big, and get to where we want to go with these big dreams.
Man, no, we love it. Would you take the honor of sharing with those watching today of any events that you are hosting that's going to be coming up here soon?
Yes, of course. You can meet us at Tioga Beer Garden this Friday night. What is it? May 22nd. We'll be there from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. It is another inner child healing event. It's vibrational healing. So we'll have DJs and coloring pages and vendors. So, yeah, that'll be really fun. I'm super excited.
Wow. Nikki Rain, you all. And man, we so appreciate you taking the time tonight to be, on For the Culture podcast. And we appreciate the love and sincerity, dropped on each and every one of us. I know, of course, those that are watching are also feeling it and appreciative of, the jewels in which you dropped today. Man, we must learn to love ourselves so we could therefore show love to others. And I believe that is the message through your music that you continue to deliver. So once again, we thank you.
I thank you.
And we wish you nothing but the best while, we are so grateful that you're allowing us to partake in that journey with you.
I'm loving it. I love growing with culture. So I'm thankful for you, Reggie.
And you're a reflection of culture.
Shoot. Come to culture.